Hi guys, welcome back to Elden Ring Nightreign. This game is the latest game released by From Software, the developer of the Souls series, also Elden Ring.
Armored Core.
Armored Core, yes, Armored Core 6, big fan. But
That game no one knows about, Chrome Hounds.
yeah.
Ninja Blade.
But surprisingly, this game is a roguelike, which is very new for From Software. But it keeps the really tight core of Souls combat, and I'm very excited to be showing it off. I'm going to be fighting 2 or 3 of the bosses in the game, depending on how fast I am. But it works similarly to Monster Hunter in that there's a very big boss at the end of a 2 days. You go on a map for 2 days, you get stronger, and then you have to fight one of these specific bosses. And you either win or lose. So, with that said, I'm just going to begin.
So, I know Miyazaki is doing Dusk Bloods right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the full details of that interview, but would it seem plausible that it's taking a lot of pointers from it?
Potentially.
From what I've heard.
There's the co-op aspect of Dusk Bloods is going to be taking some cues from this probably, but also I imagine that they were developed in part slightly in tandem, so it's hard to know the full extent.
Wall jump.
Yeah, so in this game, like I said, it is a roguelike, so there's random stuff that is found everywhere. I'm getting stolen. I literally just died to the first enemy. Oh my god.
Tommy wouldn't die to the. Wait a minute.
That's fine. I don't think I've ever died to an enemy like that before.
Streamer's curse.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so you normally, wherever you spawn in, you get placed in front of one of these smaller camps, which gives you just enough runes for the currency in the top right to level up.
This like mobility is a lot better than in most other From Software.
Yeah, there's something called the surge sprint, which is what I'm doing right now, which you can still sprint like you would in a normal Souls game, but like that's this in comparison to this. And you also have a wall jump, like in Sekiro.
No fall damage?
Yeah, there's no fall damage.
That is fascinating.
The map is very vertical, but there's also a mantle like that.
So it is. So it does seem like it takes pointers.
Yes.
I know one of my biggest. I know I wasn't as hot on Elden Ring as most people were, and I think a lot of that does come from the fact of God Sekiro was so peak, and then I go to this and like combat just doesn't feel quite right to me. Like it just feels like, what if we had Sekiro-esque boss designs in Souls, and it just felt like bosses were a little too aggressive and a little tanky at points to where I wasn't exactly having fun. And I know summoning, especially using bell summons, would basically fix that, but to me that just kind of cheapened things.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Like, I always felt like it took me 15 minutes to beat Melania using Mimic Tier.
Yeah, the Mimic Tier is very strong.
And I'm like, the game just... Yeah, I know, like, games like Dark Souls 1, even still now, are pretty broken, but this game in comparison was like, dear lord.
Hurtling behind his shield.
Exactly says the Duchess is Duchess.
Yes.
And also, my favorite part of the Fulgur fight is when Fulgur looks at the camera, says his signature phrase, "It's Fulgun time," and Fulgur's all over them.
Yeah, so something unique about this game as well, there are 8 playable characters. You do not have the traditional...
Waste of skin.
Yes, that's true. This character has a face, and this game has 8 like distinct characters who each have different strengths. So, like Duchess, the character that I'm playing right now, is a caster. She is a Dex mage hybrid. So she uses like primarily daggers, but she also can cast a lot of magic. And you pick up weapons as you go through, which have a lot of... They each have a different passive ability. Will affect you, like on this one. charged incantation. Well,
I know another issue I had with Elden Ring, I did discuss this, was kind of this very samey dungeon.
yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, it got to a point where I kind of stopped exploring them.
Yeah, it gets definitely a little repetitive from the design, but
I think everything else regarding the open world is strikingly remarkable and well made. It does encourage exploration, which I do like. I just wish that the stuff you got for exploring was a little bit better.
right.
Not in terms of items, but like the actual design. Like, I always did say, Elden Ring almost did feel like quantity over.
That's fair.
And again, I really do feel like coming off of games like Bloodborne and Sekiro just kind of hurt, because Sekiro... I do have a hard time deciding which I like better, Sekiro or Bloodborne, and I think...
Those are your top two?
Those are my
FromSoft
top two,
games?
definitely. Sekiro's combat system is one of the best I've ever seen.
It's unfortunate it doesn't have the bosses or the boss quality overall.
Sekiro's boss quality is strikingly consistent and really good.
I've only really played 4 FromSoft games, and really 3 that I would consider good.
You unlike me, you played Dark Souls.
Yeah, not for a lot. Not for a lot of time. And I didn't remember liking it at all, and I know plenty about why it's... Yeah, but I've played Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1, and Dark Souls 3.
Good selection.
I feel like Dark Souls 3 feels the most polished of those games and the most tight, but at the same time, there's just something about the other two that I feel like the atmosphere of the other two kind of resonates more with me, and I kind of like that games are a little bit more rough around the edges in a way.
I think most Souls,
particularly Demon Souls, I have a lot of. I did play Demon Souls a decent amount back then. I do remember spending a lot of that time kind of just trying to figure out like what even is this game?
That is
like
the charm of it.
how is like what is this design? And feeling really cool when I would figure something out.
I do feel like every Souls game is rough around the edges in some way, and that is a part of its charm, part of their charm. My experience with Demon Souls was the remake, and I like it. Not one of my favorites, but I respect it for what it is. I think once I felt like I started to get my bearings with what my build was, and all that stuff, the game just became a cakewalk.
Oh yeah.
Like, I went through 1-4 first try, not even. Yeah.
Yeah. The game does fight back probably the least of the ones I've played.
Yeah. I mean, I think the puzzle-esque design of its bosses isn't bad, but it's also just not that great.
It has a lot of gimmick
Dark
bosses.
Souls 1...
Which I get.
Dark Souls 1 is an improvement in terms of, like, I think the world design's really good, and, like, the systems, for the most part, are better. Like, I think the Estus system is, like, pretty much essential to a lot of these games.
One's Estus system is the best in this.
Yeah, and Demon Souls, you kind of feel that lack of Estus when you go back to Demon Souls, but one has some build variety problems as well.
Not really.
Particularly with the rings.
Well, Bap Ring is broken.
Yeah, and the fact that there's only like 2 ring slots, so you're gonna just be builds tend to just consist of that and like 1 other ring.
I do feel
There's
like
no reason to not have it, and it does kind of hurt experimentation a lot.
No, I understand that completely. I do feel like a lot of, not core issues one has, but there are a lot of things about one do feel like overcorrections from Demon Souls. Like magic was OP in that. How do we fix it? Make it ungodly slow and make it consumable.
Something else that I didn't really mention about Nightreign. Or first off, I picked the boss Fulgor. He's like the sixth boss, Centaur. So
is it Fulgin?
Yes, it will be Fulgin time when when I get there. And there are a lot of locations in the game have different like possibilities. Like this castle that I'm in will almost always be at the center of the map, but the actual enemies that are in here will change.
Nice.
So I got this one is Crucible Knights, and they're by far the best one.
Dude, how did that not? Oh, just since it's a dagger, wouldn't it have any better repost damage?
It does have better riposte damage.
Okay, and you only did 97. That's kind of bull.
Yeah. Well, this is my starting dagger. I picked up a better one. This one, the Glintstone Chris from the boss that I killed in the basement. That is unfortunate. That's a talisman reward, and none of them are good.
I guess. Okay.
Something else unique about the characters: they all have a different playstyle, based on their abilities and what weapons that they have an affinity for. Like the different characters have different unique movesets for certain weapons. Like Duchess has a unique dagger moveset, both one-handing and two-handing. But they also have abilities. That's what's at the bottom of my screen. And Duchess's passive ability is that she's got like the Bloodborne dodges. She has more iframes than anybody else. And she can also like weave together attacks between the dodges better than anybody else.
Okay.
She also has a like the ticking sound is my first ability, which just reapplies damage that's been done in the last 2 seconds, which is kind of strong. It also does that for status effect procs.
Ooh.
So like if I get a frostbite, which I have on my dagger to start with, it just deals a ridiculous amount of damage. That.
Holy crap.
Actually says Bloodborne on top. Dark Souls 2 definitely underrated when it comes to Soulsborne game build. First and best in power stancing.
Yes, I will say from what I've heard about Dark Souls 2, its build variety and multiplayer were the only good parts of it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dark Souls 2 has some enemy placement problems, we'll say.
I think that's the least of it. Well, not the least of its problem, like a part of it.
That's honestly, I think that's the worst part.
Dude, jank hitboxes, some of the worst runbacks that rival Demon Souls.
Yeah, there's some really bad ones.
Bosses that are worse than Demon Souls.
Okay, but are the runbacks in Dark Souls 2 worse than Bed of Chaos?
Yes. Bed of Chaos Bed of Chaos's runback is not that bad. It's bad, but not
also
that bad.
There are a handful of enemies around, and like that's kind of it. It's just long. Meanwhile, I forget which boss it is in Frozen Ellie Lois, like the last DLC. This run back, you literally die half the time. You run back to the boss.
I know what you're talking about.
It's absurd.
I know exactly what you're talking about. And I have not played Dark Souls 2, and I have no interest in playing because I know what I'll probably think of it, and I know how the experience is going to be. And I just don't really want to.
H-Bomber got his video on...
Alright.
Oh yeah, also, Maniacally brings up a good point. Animations don't have iframes anymore in Dark Souls 2. That was a dumb decision.
It was an interesting choice, we'll say.
Oh, also, ADP stat.
Yeah. Having your iframes tied to a stat and then not telling the players that your iframes are tied to a stat is a choice of all time.
Yeah, it was. Holy crap.
We are raising for the National. One of the leading advocacy organizations in the United States dedicated to advancing and defending the immigrants and their loved ones. They provide support for immigrants through litigation, advocate. We have a couple of donations for $15. Tommy will have to fight an option, and for every $25, start a at me.
Yeah, so the first incentive to fight an optional boss, I will simply have to defeat the next optional boss that I encounter. There are a bunch scattered throughout the map, and that might be devastating depending on what the boss is,
nice.
and it might not be.
Oh,
We'll find out. And discarding a Wending Grace. A Wending Grace is a consumable that I'll end up carrying on me, and it'll revive me from death one time, like in exchange for the consumable. Normally, when you die, and either have someone else pick you up if you're playing in multiplayer, or it's the end of the run in solo. So, the Wending Grace acts as an item for you to, have like an additional chance to defeat the boss and do stuff. So, of course, I punished myself by saying, "Hey, look, an incentive will be lose that bit of a safety net." Because you can get like 2 very consistent solo. That's normally not the case in multiplayer, like when you're playing with 2 or 3 other people. Also, this other nice cavalry just decided to interrupt the 1v1.
I get Twin Prince vibes from this.
Yeah. Normally, the AI in the game is
How did that
rather
miss?
respectful. Yeah, it's unfortunate. That time I didn't have enough range.
So, is there a rally mechanic in this game? I know there is an Elden Ring when you equip something, but like...
So, the rally mechanic from Bloodborne does exist, but it exists as a relic effect.
Oh, so like the base game.
Yeah, so the roguelike aspect of this game comes into play in that each character can slot in 3 relics, which have random stats. So these are the 3 that I have equipped. And the very first one that you can see at the top of slot 1, partial HP restoration on post-damage attacks. That is a really, really long-winded way of saying when you get hit, you have a short window to hit an enemy and get some of that health back. Which is just like the rally mechanic in Bloodborne.
Nice.
So, this is, I'm finished day 1. I will be into day 2 now, is the final day, which will go about the same as day 1 did. Which means that I have, it's like 15 or so minutes around here to go and get stronger. I'll fight another big boss, like I just did with the 2 guys riding the horses. And then I go and fight the Night Lord.
It is nice that enemies don't have iframes after you repost them on the ground.
Yes, that is not true in basically any other Souls game, but it was added in here because when you're... A repost is when you like stagger an enemy or you get like a backstab, they get locked into a special animation. It's like a critical hit. And for this game, because you are in a multiplayer setting most of the time, it allows other people to abuse the enemies being in like a really long animation and hit them. Like while I take the repost, I can have 2 other people just whack the enemy, which is really, really nice.
So now my question is: does this function like other Souls game, where the more players you have in your party, the more health enemies have?
Correct. Yeah, there is actually only scaling in the game for single, like for 1 person and for 3 people. Duos is coming very soon, like specific duo scaling, but the bosses and enemies all have different health based on whether you're playing in multiplayer or whether you're by yourself.
So would 3 people basically be the base, and then it lowers it on solo, or is solo like the default, and then it adds more.
This game was absolutely designed with 3 players in mind. They obviously added there's like solo is here for the people who would like to play it, and there are a lot of people who want to play solo, but the intended experience was with 3 people.
Sorry, I hate to change the subject. The Battlefield 6 system requirements just came out.
Oh,
Minimum requires 16 gigabytes of RAM
Minimum.
sure, guys.
with a RTX 2060 for the processor Intel Core i5-8400. Oh no.
Okay.
Recommended is they recommend a 3060 Ti with 16 gigabytes of RAM, and maximum is literally the latest 5080. Oh no!
What's
The
the
state of AAA gaming.
what's the file size?
Oh, I don't know.
Much
Oh, they say disk space should be 30 gigabytes. What do they mean by disk space?
like the install size of the game, like how much.
Okay. That's
So
not-
that
No
is
way, that's 30 gigabytes.
that's kind of unbelievable.
yeah.
No.
That's like too low for
something requiring
AAA
this.
Western
No.
with those kind of specs.
Dude, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is over double that, and that's almost 10 years old. No. Battlefield 2042 is like 80 or something. I no.
Kind of unbelievable. I also from the merchant I just interacted with, this golden item in my inventory, not the circle. I finished beating this enemy. I did pick up a Wending Grace. The normal merchants in a solo will sell a Wending Grace for 10,000 runes used to level up. My level is in the top left-hand corner.
11.
Unlike in normal Souls games, you don't have like direct control over your stats here. It's simply you reach a certain amount of souls or runes, and then you level up, and
That's
it
nice.
increases all of them.
Like you really don't need that way. No. I think
Yeah,
people should donate to it.
So, sorry, I hate to bring it back to Battlefield 6, but I do have one more point. If minimum requirements are 16 gigabytes of RAM, I am a little bit scared about consoles, especially Series S, with its 10 gigabytes of RAM.
Probably just won't be playable on that.
Well, that's not how it works.
And I don't.
Our frame dropping a little bit.
What is
Okay.
a AAA game without some frame drops?
Well, this is from Soft.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
it's usually fine on my computer, but you know
It is
that's
streaming.
The,
I am noticing
so we're
stutter.
Yeah, it's kind of bad right now. Surprisingly, it's usually been fine.
From Software
area.
game, be stable, challenge, impossible.
White Town.
Thank you, remaster.
Enough said.
What?
How's the PC optimization of Elden Ring?
From what I heard at launch, it was pretty lackluster.
Yeah, it could be a lot better.
Well, it was certainly better than Dark Souls 1.
Hey, those
God,
numbers
this
in the
is bad.
computer that says 49 and 50, that's the frame rate, right?
Shit, where do you see that?
In the side of the computer.
I think that's the temperature of the computer.
Oh, that liquid cooler really does its thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, I'd still be too nervous to PC. I've heard of them leaking. I'm just
How did turning the settings to medium make things
Yeah, like
worse?
it unironically hurt me.
time it
We'll
is.
see.
Time to VC.
It's time to be sick.
Let that be sink in.
How are we smoother? What is happening?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Spaghetti.
I mean, what is this still? What is this, like a over 10-year-old engine still?
Yeah, they just FromSoft has just iterated on their engine
Please
repeatedly.
Please make a new engine, guys. The Bloodborne engine was cool for the time, but come on. Yeah. Elden Ring's PC port was pretty lackluster at launch. Did it have 120 FPS?
Nope. None of their games have higher frame rate.
Actually, Armored Core 6.
Okay.
That on PC actually supported 100.
Yeah, that is one game.
And it also supported ray tracing, but not in game, only in the garage.
Not Knight's Sword. I'm a very big fan on Duchess, having like a dagger in one hand and then a rapier in the offhand.
Oh,
It feels very nice.
so I have a question for both Tommy and for chat. What is your favorite From Software boss?
That's a good question.
Mine is Orphan of Kos.
Currently, Father Gascoigne.
Solid choice.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a top tier choice, but not one of mine.
Probably Sort.
He's my
Yeah.
favorite final boss of all time. Though he's not my favorite boss in that game. That would be Alfather. Midir, is that you?
I go back and forth on a lot of bosses like that. Very big fan of Sword Saint Ishin. I am a very big Melania fan. When you learn that fight, very fun.
Yeah, I still gotta admit some of those attacks are a little bit.
It's
much.
really just waterfowl dance, which is unfortunate. Okay. Unfortunately, in this game, they left the magma worms, this enemy, able to do their charged attack, which wastes 1,000,000 years, and they can chain it like infinitely into themselves. So he can just run around and waste time forever.
I know, but I know. With some cases with the base game and especially in the DLC, I know people complain about Elden Ring's bosses having way too many attacks that just one shot you.
That's not terribly frequent, honestly. It usually does when people don't care about leveling their health. Which, right, it's like, I'm gonna stack only damage.
Actually says either Lady Maria or Bale or Bailey.
Ooh, Bale. Yes,
Bale.
that is
Oh, yeah.
Bale the Dread from Shadow of the Erdtree, which is Elden Ring's DLC.
Also says Ishina great too.
Yeah.
Lady Maria
I got
sounds like
another
a really
Wending
cool
Grace.
fight.
She is a cool fight. I do like her.
Like, I've seen YouTube videos of her. It's like, it's.
So where's the Scarlet Rock coming from?
I just like any like From Software fight where like the character is human adjacent and is kind of evil.
Bloodborne does that very well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or, I mean,
Yeah.
Bloodborne has a lot of them.
I think Bloodborne does it well in its bosses. I think Bloodborne's PvP is
Yeah.
extremely jank. Not jank. It's extremely sloppy. Because, oh god,
No, the Blood Crow.
yeah,
That
like
was-
actual NPC fights and PvP is like, oh wow, we thought the dodge spam in Dark Souls 3 was bad.
It's just I always found it real.
So where is the Scarlet Rock coming from?
Yeah, so I am, in this game, there are things called shifting earth events. Normally, the area that we're in, looks more like not this pink area that I'm currently in. I have a shifting earth active, which is called the Rotted Woods, and it has a lot of bosses. So that's where the Scarlet Rot is coming from, because this is the Rotted Woods, and being in here, without finding the unique power-up that's in the location, will give you Scarlet Rot build-up.
Okay. So, I know parrying is a very big part of Elden Ring, so I'm surprised that you're not doing it as much.
It's not that necessarily outright important in Elden Ring. You can. Though in this game, parrying is also a little more challenging to pull off, mostly because at least when you're not in solo, enemy aggro can change very very quickly.
Nice.
Makes it harder to actually parry the attacks. But there is a specific character in the game called the Executor, who his ability. I have this like the pocket watch that replays my damage. But
That is a very interesting item.
I got another revive item also. That is crazy. I'm actually not going to take it, which might be hubris, but I'll take more damage.
Tommy wouldn't let his hubris get to him.
But yes, there was a character in this game called Executor, who his ability pull out this thing called a cursed sword, and by pressing the block button, you have the parry from Sekiro.
Oh, so you're just deflecting at that point.
You are deflecting. Yes,
Does it build stagger?
it does.
Oh, that's cool.
It is. He's really cool. Unfortunately, he doesn't work that well in multiplayer. Again, for the reason of
Aggro.
shifting aggro, it's hard to maintain. But in solo, he is a lot of fun. And so this is a boss. I'm going to skip it. The ring right here deals damage to me. Not fun, but also in this tree is the power up that I briefly mentioned. I'm good.
Tommy would die.
Yeah.
Wait, what the hell? It just died.
That was a different enemy that was nearby that died.
Okay.
Probably should have waited. But we'll deal.
You're pissing off the general area.
Yeah.
So, you know what game has some pretty good bosses? Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, Dark Souls 3, I think pretty clearly also just has like the overall best lineup of bosses.
I would say it's the most consistent.
Not counting Sekiro, but Dark Souls 3 just has a very stellar lineup of bosses.
Mm-hmm. I really do think it has a stellar lineup. I would honestly say the highs of Bloodborne and Sekiro are higher than Dark Souls 3.
I don't think so.
Well, okay, I know the fan favorite of Gale is the popular one. I'm like, yeah, he's neat. Not one of my favorites.
What about the highs of like Dark Souls 1?
The highs of Dark Souls 1, I'd say go as high as ONS, and that's... Sorry, if we're counting the DLC, go as high as Artorias. And Artorias is a top 10. I would say base game bosses for Dark Souls 1 are generally on the good side when they want to be.
Yeah.
Though Dark Souls 1 has some insanely low too. Lost Izalith for 1. I know you're not huge on ONS, Tommy, but I still like them.
I think it's fine to like them, but I recognize the fact that
they are very janky, and
yes,
I agree with that.
they're jank. They don't work together that well.
Tommy was telling me they didn't. They weren't programmed well enough.
I will agree to that.
Coordinating together.
I think their moveset and their general and how they generally operate do complement each other strikingly well. But I will agree that the Demon Princess from the Ring City does kind of
Demon Princess is one of my favorite fights, honestly.
It is a shame I never really got to learn them because whenever I play the Ring City, I just beat them first try.
Yeah, that's fair. And speaking of multiple fights, this is Commander Neil from Elden Ring. He spawns 2 ridiculously tanky summons, and in multiplayer, if you've got a good build, it's really not that much of a problem. But I kind of have to deal with them. I have to deal with them first, pretty much.
Oh wait, I think I do maybe remember this guy in the base game, and I struggled on him a lot.
Hey, Tommy, what bosses from Dark Souls 1 do you like?
Ooh, I mean, obviously Artorias is good, but I do like a lot of them. Quelaag is actually one of my favorites, I think.
Quelaag is good, just a
Yeah.
bit simple.
Yeah, definitely simple, but I just like her overall, I suppose.
No, I think for where she is in the game and what she serves, she's good. I think whenever you compare her to what the series has done, you could do it considerably.
But that is like, Dark Souls 1 does have some good bosses, but I just kind of don't care for the overall like the slower and more methodical combat in it.
I think neither do I, but I think one of my favorite aspects of Dark Souls 1 is also its build variety. Like figuring out its mechanics and figuring out how to make a proper build and have fun with it. I think that is where the reward of Dark Souls 1 for me comes from. And it was especially rewarding to do a Soul Level 1 run in Dark Souls 1, all bosses, including the DLC. My death count against Manus will not be talked about.
Oh my gosh. I got an ultra rare. It's not that.
Oh my god!
Rare. I literally got a second boss fight.
No way! She cameos?
Yeah, she's in this game.
That's funny. Does she have the same moveset?
Yeah, she has an additional gap closer, and she can be staggered and riposted.
Oh, so she's easy.
Her phase transition is ridiculous in this, by the way.
Actually says Tommy looking like a Four Kings player.
I like the Four Kings. They are I'm not Tommy, but I do like the Four Kings. They are a good DPS check. Yeah, so basically, literally just the same.
I'm confused why Four Kings, the base of their sword deals like 2 damage.
And I don't care. I'm grateful for it.
No, I agree.
Wait, they even brought in the music as well?
Yes, and you'll also peep the windscreen.
Oh. This was a boss that I also really struggled. Dark Souls 3, my first playthrough of Dark Souls 3, there were a lot of bosses that I really, really struggled on, and I have so much more and because of that, I have a lot of muscle memory. Like, when I played the game, like, at least a couple years after my first few playthroughs of the game, a lot of those bosses that I struggled so much with, I beat first try.
Mm-hmm.
I beat the Dancer first try. I beat Pontiff first try.
There goes my revive items, by the way. I'm gonna have to not die during the boss.
Actually asking onto Sullivan.
What about Pontiff?
Yeah, what about Pontiff?
It was just that. With
It was. I think Zach mentioned.
I did mention Pontiff, but
Yeah.
yes, I do think Pontiff is a really great mid game boss fight in Dark Souls 3.
Pontiff is definitely one of my favorites.
He is one of my favorites.
He's got a really fun moveset, I think.
I agree. He's got a very fun moveset.
People like to diss the clone a bit, which is not that bad. It comes from a decent place of, like, oh, hey, look, this guy gets really, really, really hard to hit.
No, well, I do know that Pontiff becomes less aggressive with the clone, but I still like to kill the clone.
Exactly, right. The clone is obviously, it makes him a little less open, like in between attacks, but the recovery between his attacks. So it ultimately even.
Oh, what also a ring that I very much love to abuse in Dark Souls 3 is the one that gives you more iframes on your roll. Yes.
Yeah.
I think, still on the topic of Dark Souls 1 bosses, I will say the DLC, the quality of bosses from the base game to the DLC is incredibly high. Like, even the first boss is like an upper boss fight when you consider the base game. I know the Guardian isn't the most memorable, but I really do. And I will also say my favorite dragon fight in the series is I'm blanking on his name. What would I say mid-year? Who's the black dragon from Dark Souls?
Calamite.
There it is. Alright, when I'm
Is that the one
tired,
you
I
fight in the sewers.
No. That is the gaping dragon.
Oh yeah. Beat that one 5 tries.
Now, Gaping Dragon is very easy if you know his moveset.
Gaping Dragon is actually in this game, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. Is the head still the weak point?
Yes. It's actually more difficult to hit in this game than it is in Dark Souls 1. Because
considering you have a jump, that's surprising.
he spends all his time like upright, yeah.
So is Elden Ring just like a crossover of some sort?
So not Elden Ring. Elden Ring Nightreign is.
Oh.
So a very important part of the Elden Ring lore is something called the Shattering, which is the big event that the Shattering is the big event that sparks the events of base Elden Ring. And this is Nightreign, Elden Ring Nightreign, which is in fact separate. But there was the shattering of this ring, the Elden Ring, which basically is your admin console to reality. And that, like, obviously, people claimed shards of the Elden Ring, which gave them power. And this game is a divergence in the timeline of the Shattering. So, like, the Shattering didn't happen as it did in base Elden Ring. So, like, a lot of timeline stuff got messed up. And that's why there is stuff from all over Souls in this game.
Yeah, Colin's playing Helldivers.
Yes. Yeah, and I know I alluded to it and then almost died during the answer, so I didn't say it, but you actually get Air of Fire destroyed when you beat her. Unlike the other messages, which are...
You defeated...
Yeah, right.
I love how the Japanese Bloodborne one is you hunted.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Exactly, as Soulsborne bosses, has the most aura at heal, sir.
Who has the most aura?
Did he say not Hailstorm?
Yeah.
Oh god. So what he mentioned is the true Night Lord of this game. Just because he's a really...
Okay.
So he's saying other than the final boss of this game.
I am going to... Ooh.
I also won, by the way.
I'm going to go with Gehrman. Gehrman has I would say Gehrman has pretty top tier aura.
Gehrman's pretty good.
I would say Gwyn not so much.
So also these are the relics in the game. You get random ones when you win. I go through and sell all the bad ones, which are most.
Nice.
Most aura. I think Mesmer from the DLC has a lot, but honestly, Shinashina, he's just kind of good. I'm gonna jump right back into the next one. We're gonna actually fight the boss that chat mentioned, Hailstorm, the Night Lord. There are Night Space Lords in the game, like the 7 different bosses that you face, but there is also the Night Lord, one word, and that is this guy. So he is like the true final boss of this.
Okay.
Spawn at a camp. Hopefully I won't die to the random enemies in here, like I did last time. It's really... Yeah, there are... We are the rats.
Exactly, says the ultimate aura farmer is the bridge in Volcano
What?
Manor.
The bridge in Volcano Manor. Ooh.
No. The boss with the most aura in all of Soulsborne? Gravity.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this is the only game where... I mean, it's Sekiro, but this is like the only Souls combat where gravity is like kind of fine.
Gravity. Well, gravity
hey, look,
doesn't exist here.
I'm okay.
Gravity doesn't exist in this game.
Yeah.
But in every other game, gravity is the only boss that is impossible to defeat. Gravity kills you. You can't kill it.
Period.
Parry it with what?
I will. A roll.
A roll, but you still take damage.
You can do that in Dark Souls 1.
What?
Right? Like rolling to kill fall damage.
Oh yeah. In certain falls, you can do that.
I feel like gravity is probably the hardest boss in Mario 64 as well.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Now,
Or it's probably even harder in that game than in any Souls game.
now, sure, something like the cat ring or whatever that spell is that can mitigate fall damage can help with gravity, but it can't.
Not
Gravity
enough.
can still kill you.
Yeah, that's the really funny thing, and also the misleading thing about it in all the Souls games that it's in. It's like removes fall damage. Okay,
But
so yes, it removes you taking damage when you fall.
But it doesn't
However,
remove the
it
death.
it doesn't stop you from being able to die.
Doesn't stop you for it. Yeah, it removes the fall damage, but doesn't prevent death from gravity.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Hey,
Yeah, so it's like in Elden Ring, I think. There's a threshold where if you fall, you take fall damage, and it's like from 15 to 20 meters. It's if you fall between that, you take ramping fall damage. So this ring would remove the ramping fall damage, but it does not remove the fact that if you fall more than 20 meters, you die.
Or
So
a
it's-
certain amount, you die.
Right? Yeah, it's not very good.
I mean, it can be good in certain platforming sections.
Situationally useful, like in Majula, in Dark Souls 2, there's a later game area is access to big pit in Majula, and you need a lot of help.
Oh!
I just died from it.
No.
I barely didn't. But yeah, you fall through this really long tube, and you take a lot of fall damage from it. So the ring that stops fall damage can be really helpful there. Otherwise, no.
No, I think it can help in Blighttown.
I also realized I forgot that I wanted to change the graphical settings, which the game wants me to go to the main menu to do that, and I'm not doing it now that I've started another.
So, another question I have: what are bosses that give some bosses? We can ask chat this too. Bosses that you think get a little too much hate.
Overall, in across the series,
We can do from each game. Dark Souls 1. Actually, I don't even know at this point.
I didn't think the better camp.
Yeah,
Even
necessarily
Miyazaki said this didn't come out how he intended.
It wasn't necessarily good, but
No,
I don't know.
unironically,
It didn't live up to how bad people.
I actually,
Tree.
I agree with Red.
I don't.
Bed of Chaos is just really, really annoying. But you also oh my god,
The fact that you get checkpoints in the boss,
That's the only saving grace.
yeah, it has
if it didn't have checkpoints in the boss, then maybe yeah.
right. So I'm not arguing that Bed of Chaos is good. I'm not arguing I like it. I think people say that this is the worst boss to ever exist, and it's
The worst boss to ever exist? No. The worst boss in Soulsborne? Yes.
I think it's probably.
No, I genuinely think there's worse bosses than the Bed of Chaos. But no, I really,
It's up there. It's up there at least.
I genuinely am why is there a platforming boss in a Souls game?
Yeah.
I honestly would say that the Great Dragon or the Red Dragon or whatever from Deep Souls is really bad too, but that one doesn't have a run back, so it earns an extra points.
But anyway, also overhated bosses. I had one. I don't even remember. Oh, I think Demon Princes. People online hate Demon Princes
From Dark Souls 3?
from Dark Souls
From the Ring
3.
City?
Yes.
Why?
People on
I've never heard that.
No, there are lots of people online who absolutely abhor that boss.
Why?
I
That's
don't get
crazy to me.
They are, first off, they are simply
ONS stands.
They are. It's honestly, it's probably some people getting butthurt about the fact that
replicating ONS.
Yeah, right?
You're never gonna beat it.
This boss took the choice of like which boss you kill. They took that from ONS, right?
No, they didn't.
Right? They stole it from ONS.
No, they made it better. They made it better.
They did. No, I agree. I completely agree with you. But that's one of the
stole it?
Yeah, no, seriously. That's what some people say. They stole it from ONS.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and it's also people like to complain about them doubling up, which does happen on occasion, but
they don't.
Demon Princes,
they're very good about it.
Demon Princes, it's like claim to fame is the fact that the two bosses in that duo fight respect one another very well.
Well, to an extent, from what I remember, one goes aggro on you while the other one sits back and does like, oh, I'm going to support you with some projectiles.
Yes, exactly.
But they do
very telegraphed ranged attacks, which is it's much more manageable.
I mean, think of it like this: if I can beat it literally on my first try, ever, then they can't. Then if we're gonna complain about like them ganking up on you too much or them being hard, it's like, well, I mean, if I can beat it first try, I don't know about that.
Right.
I don't know from Dark Souls 1 what I could give. I can't say I do think Gwyn is a bit overrated. I think he's a little too fast for Dark Souls 1's combat system.
Yeah, Gwyn?
Yeah, because it's pretty much just, if you're not good at parrying, it's like...
I'm not a big fan of him.
It's very frustrating.
So it's pretty easy.
If you're good at parrying, he's a cakewalk.
Well,
if you're not as good at parrying...
That's not even the thing. It's like... he's trivialized by parrying, but that also incentivizes only parrying, which is a little unfortunate against him.
His moveset is way too quick.
Yeah. But like you said, he's kind of just not that fit for the game, almost.
I understand from an emotional standpoint, he works, but from a mechanical standpoint, I don't. So, from Dark Souls 3, an overhated boss, I would say, is probably the tree boss. Like, people...
Curse-rotted
people really like to hate on it. I'm like, not one of my favorites, but solid enough.
I think it's just fine.
I agree with that.
Not a fan.
Like, I hear people kind of go on the it's a bad boss territory, and I don't see it. I really don't.
It's got, like, decently annoying summons. It's got, kind of poor telegraph sometimes, but it's also just, it's awkward to hit, I think, is the big one.
Bloodborne. Oh, what is an overhated boss from Bloodborne? Because that's got some low. I will say, that bitch, Spider.
Oh,
Rom,
yeah.
that bitch.
Oh, that's actually my rage quit point.
That's one of my least favorite in the whole series.
Which is also really unfortunate because, like, Rom is like the veil between.
Yeah, and
she's the veil between like the waking world and all the random shit that happens.
Yes,
and she's not a good boss.
Yeah, like I should really get back into Bloodborne just to see if I could take her out. That was my rage quit point.
I really don't like Rom. So, God, I can't really think of overhated in terms of Bloodborne.
Isn't the wet nurse widely hated?
Virgo's wet nurse?
Yeah.
Not really. I think she's more mid, but she's not bad. Honestly, when it comes to Bloodborne, I think a lot of the bosses in them are perfectly rated. I maybe think more love could be given to Orphan of Cause.
I think people like Orphan of Cause.
They do, but when people say he's like super hard, I'm like, not really.
Yeah.
I couldn't be, but I also quite jelly as well.
That's fair.
Honestly, if you just utilize what the game's been telling you the whole time, it's not that bad. You can parry him, and his parry window's tight, but very well telegraphed. His second phase literally can be beaten if you just stick to his ass like glue, and he'll whip. If you just stick to behind him and keep dodging inward, most of his attacks will whiff because they don't have that much tracking. They're very fixed. They're very heavy, so he'll miss you a lot. And I noticed, the times I fought him, that's been extremely consistent with the second phase. Sekiro, the ape, Guardian Ape. I think not Guardian Ape. Demon of Hatred. Demon of Hatred is is like an easy A tier, maybe even low S tier in the whole series for me, and I don't really understand why people really shit on that.
Stuff like starting out to learn his pattern, how to
literally. If I understand the whole, well, he's a Bloodborne boss. I mean, sure, fine, but that doesn't make him bad. I can still jive with it. I can still vibe with it. And even then, I started to learn that by positioning myself well, you can he'll whiff your attacks if you position yourself well and dodge properly. Trying to deflect him is literally just gonna kill you. Just focus on dodging him, focus on whiffing him, and get that actual damage in. And you'll do fine. It's a drawn-out fight, sure, but it's good.
Alright, so Conrad, $100.
Nice.
Oh,
Love the work you all have been doing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think that is one of my friends from home, Conrad. So thank you so much. It's unfortunate that apparently you tuned in at a really bad run. I'm struggling.
Well, with that, you have to throw away 4 of those, what are they called? The Wending Graces?
Wending Grace, yeah.
Throw
So
4 of them away.
I do not have one yet. So
And if he picks up,
if I get 5, I can keep 1.
And how many optional bosses?
Ooh. That's basically, I will need to be very careful of which bosses I see. We're getting Worm Face as the boss for this night. Face is not great.
Worm Face. Is it related to Clayface?
Unfortunately not.
Say you have to fight 6.
Yeah.
How many? How much was the?
Oh, it's Gaping Dragon.
Holy crap! That's real.
Red, how much was the incentive for optional bosses?
$15.
Yeah, we'll see if I'm
We can do
actually
7.
able to do that.
Nah, 6. Yeah, 6
I will
and then
try.
5 more, and then 5 more will make 7.
He is entirely outside the arena.
That doesn't damage him?
No, bosses are free to go out into the damage over time.
That
but,
is.
I am not.
Is that a new attack?
He has a grab.
It had a lightning effect on it.
Yes, so that's something that this game
That's
added.
weird, too.
All grab attacks have a unique sound cue and this blue lightning.
That's good.
It's really nice, actually. But it's something that none of the other games have ever done. It's really nice for telegraphing, but also there's a unique mechanic where if you dodge the grab during a specific part of the animation, you get a unique backflip animation, which is like you absorbing some of the night power of the grab attack. And it actually gives you 15% ult charge.
Ooh, wow, that was an easy break. I didn't
But
think...
yeah, they kept it in the game.
Damn, he took his dignity.
Yeah, that was an easy break on his tail. Jeez.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, one of the hardest things to do is to get the Moonlight Greatsword in Dark Souls 1.
Now, do the bell gargoyles make a reappearance?
That would be cool.
Unfortunately not.
Boo.
Something that pretty much the entire community wants from FromSoft is to literally just add every single boss that ever existed in Souls into this game.
No.
No, genuinely. Give us everything.
Oh wait, hold on. So that acid actually has like a curse effect.
Yes, it decreases the max health that you have.
Oh, so that takes the place of damaging your equipment?
Yes. So now it's gone, but it decreases the maximum amount. It's kind of like the jailers from Dark Souls 3.
Oh yeah, okay. So I was about to ask about that. Like, what is different about the acid? Is it different?
Yeah. It just damages you by reducing the maximum amount of health that you have.
Makes sense. So it does look like he had some attacks going where he was still spewing the acid like from his body, which I think is.
Yes, it's almost like a buff of. Like he creates a little puddle of it like as he moves around. All right, I need to wait to see what boss this is. If it's got a red icon or not.
Or was the Gaping Dragon optional?
The Gaping Dragon was not optional.
Okay.
There is a non. We'll take a look.
I will be right back.
We'll see. We will see if this is a good boss to fight or not. Because I'm very weak. I might. Ooh, Tree Sentinel. We're doing it. I would love to say that I'm going to get through 6 optional bosses, and I hope to, but I am not doing very well. I'm simply not doing well. So we'll see how it goes.
Also, make sure to call out when you're thrown away a winding grace.
Yeah.
Exactly saying I am manifesting Brian for you, Tommy.
Oh no. Yeah, so there is first off, I want to say thanks maniacally. That is actually my brother. He's in chat. He's a very big Nightreign fan as well. We're both big Souls gamers. And Brian is the bell-bearing hunter, also known as Elamir of the Briar from base Elden Ring, and he is by far the most difficult enemy in the game. He is scaled so ridiculously high for basically every time you can encounter him. It's ridiculous. Also, this drop just saved the run, I think.
What was it?
It is a Scorpion Stinger. This is a dagger that applies Scarlet Rot.
Oh!
So
shit.
I am pretty good on my equipment, and I kind of just need levels. The final boss of the game, Hailstor, the Night Lord, is weak to holy damage, which I have here in this Halo scythe that I picked up. And he is immune to every status effect that is not Scarlet Rot.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
So also that was one optional boss that I just did.
So speaking of Souls-like, Tommy, I do have a question for you that I think would pertain to you. Is Hollow Knight the Dark Souls of Metroidvania?
Hollow Knight, absolutely the Dark Souls and Metroidvanias, guys.
Okay, but the real answer is Salt and Sanctuary.
Yes, yeah.
What is that?
It's literally 2D Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. But is it a Metroidvania?
And as much as Souls are.
It's as close as you get. And then
it does have like some That's it.
I would argue that absolutely counts. And also, I think
It's a search action game.
Conrad, who donated not too long, also a fan of Salt and Sanctuary, if I remember. I think we talked about it before.
I did quite enjoy it, but there were like a couple things that bothered me. The biggest thing is the lack of a map. I understand, the Souls games have that. They're 3 games, so you can look and see the environment. Where 2D game is a lot harder.
And
No,
plus,
I
this
agree.
and even this game knew to have a map considering how big it is.
Yeah, well, the other thing is also, the map here is really, really important, because you have, all of the things on the map that you can do here.
Well, I'm just talking about Elden Ring in general.
Yes, Elden Ring had a map, which it really needed. Sekiro's map is also something that's not praised enough, I don't think.
I don't.
It's funny because it doesn't really help you with navigating around directly, but the map is ridiculously faithful to the actual locations. Like, there are so many small things in like that appear on the map that are, like, in the game. Like, there are random like holes outside of cliff sides that are accurately reflected on the map. So again, it's not the best for actually maneuvering around or like navigating, but the map has all of the important features.
Actually, also, no, that's the Sekiro.
Yes, exactly. That's where I was going to say.
So what's the Bloodborne of Metroidvanias?
One of the playstyles in Salt Sanctuary is basically a blood.
Ooh. A lot of fun.
Did you get Scarlet? Oh my god, you're deleting him.
Yeah. This the Erdtree Avatar is also not a very difficult boss. They do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I remember these guys. I got used to them.
Yeah, you're so normally this is a type of boss called a Great Enemy. Normally you don't fight them until you're very highly scaled.
What was that back?
They're highly scaled. Oh, that is me dodging backwards twice. I briefly touched on it, but yeah, so Duchess's passive ability is that she has better dodges. What that means is they literally just have more iframes compared to normal characters. The single dodge actually doesn't, but she can do 1-2 dodges, and that basically has like double the iframes in comparison to the other characters.
Nice.
So she's kind of good for that. And it just has like it looks like the Bloodborne dodge here instead of being a roll.
So, Lies of P.
I'm a ridiculous Lies of P fan.
That was good.
Lies of P is the best non-Souls,
non-FromSoft.
Yes, the non-FromSoft Souls-like, and it's not even close.
That was pretty good. I will say there was only one boss in the game that I don't like and really struggled on. I think I know who you. Oh, what was her name?
Are you talking about Laxasia?
Yes.
She is my favorite boss in the game, I think.
I struggled so much on her. I think it might have been my build. I just couldn't do enough.
I
was just not doing enough damage to her.
She's just the hardest boss in the game. Like, even worse than the final boss.
Final boss wasn't that hard. I did a full on Dex lightweight build, and I held my own really well. It's just this is the case of I felt like my parrying and my damage just wasn't doing anything, and I had a hard time adapting. Like no other bosses never really gave me that kind of trouble, and I was very confused.
Yeah, that's fair. So that is my third optional boss.
I need to play the DLC.
I have the DLC and I have not gotten to play it, mostly because I've been sucked into Nightreign. But yeah, I played Lies of P like a year ago or so. I've played it a couple times since then, and
I got it when it was on sale on PlayStation.
Oh my gosh, it's and it's also it's a ridiculously well optimized game that runs up to
on the Unreal Engine, no less.
Yeah, it's kind of insane. The team at NeoWiz, or is it Round 8? Round 8 Studio is the developer. NeoWiz is the publisher. I always get that confused. But it's an absolutely stellar job on that game.
Oh my god, yes. Especially like in concept and style. I enjoyed that game very much.
Yeah, no,
like I think on a Soulsborne tier. Oh wow.
Yeah.
On a Soulsborne tier list, like I have to find it, but like I did like Souls games tier list with Lies of P. I think I ranked it in.
No, it is.
B tier is still pretty good. B tier is pretty good.
Unironically, I would rank. I would rank my enjoyment of Lies of P overall over like genuinely. I think half of FromSoft games. Maybe. I love a lot of what the individual games do, but I would play Lies of P over Demon Souls.
Yes.
Over Dark Souls 1.
Not
which is,
that, I don't know about
I'm
that.
Over Dark Souls 2.
Yes.
And over Bloodborne.
I would play it over Demon Souls, Elden Ring, and Dark Souls 3. Maybe Dark Souls 3. I would say Lies of P and Dark Souls 3 are on a very even playing.
Yeah, they're very close.
I think my ranking was Demon Souls, Elden Ring, Dark Souls 3, Lies of P, Dark Souls 1, Bloodborne, Sekiro. Bloodborne and Sekiro are also an L.
I also unfortunately died by getting a little greedy, but the boss literally died to the Scarlet Rot. Oh, an ulcerated spirit, I don't want to do you. You're gonna waste so much time. And so also, this unique tree is the location of the power.
I got the power!
It's the location of the power of this area, which makes you immune to Scarlet Rot, but it also gives you the rally mechanic. So if you didn't already have a relic that you were using with the rally mechanic, you could have this Shifting Earth event and get it that way.
So what's happening every time you're healing there?
What do you mean?
I noticed little particles are
rotating. The little blue effects that have appeared a couple times, that is from a passive ability that I took called a Violent Deluge of Stars while walking. So it's simply me healing puts me into the walking animation, and that's triggering the passive.
Okay, so Ancestor Spirit, probably my favorite track from the game.
Yes, this the fight is a little running away and hard to hit the boss sometimes, but the
it is
soundtrack,
a spectacle fight.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree.
It is a lore spectacle.
Yes.
Are you winning some?
No.
So far, I have I'm a little less strong in the level department than I was in the last run, but I have very good weapons for the boss that I'm facing. I will just have to not choke.
Exactly. Do not spoil the Lies of DLC final boss. I did, and I wish their introduction hadn't gotten.
Yeah, I have thankfully been unspoiled.
You know what? I'm gonna just say this. I totally forgot the DLC was already out.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No, I mean as a good thing,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so unfortunately, I am obligated to take this Wending Grace and then discard it. I will leave it in the Spirit
How many
Sanctuary.
did you get?
That is only one. I did not have the opportunity to get more. I will potentially have up to 2 more. There'll be 2 more loot drops where I could get one from, and then I can also buy one in the final area. So goodbye.
That's one.
Oh yes, I've finished that.
The one.
No, I mean, did you fulfill it all?
Yes, yes. I fulfilled the optional bosses. That was pretty much all the bosses that I did in here. I did 4 here. I did the one down here, and then I did this one.
Oh, you did all 6?
Yes, I did all 6. I didn't mention it as we were doing it, but I did do them.
That's quite impressive.
I am very intrigued to
If
see.
you wanted to fight more bosses, better just start donating $50.
I am very interested to see what that team has in store. Didn't they tease the Wizard of Oz?
Yes, they teased Dorothy at the end.
A Wizard of Oz Souls-like would go so hard as someone who read the book. That would go so hard.
I'd say that's weird, but they already do want to go here.
And
great.
It's ridiculously good. Yeah, genuinely, I cannot say enough good
Its
things about Lies of P.
steampunk element is so good.
Oh, I forgot to get the power. That's a problem.
Saying, Elden Ring, Nightreign, let's go. Enjoy the game.
Who said that?
Avatar Aiden.
Oh, hey,
nice, Aiden.
Welcome back,
yes. I am officially night reigning. It has been going rather well. Take that. Yeah, unfortunately, I did not grab the special power. I will probably actually foray into the night after this for it to grab it. That's actually, I guess I really don't need.
So,
the fact.
Aiden, since we got red on TechStation, And considering that you just beat Donkey Kong Country Returns, I think Red would be very curious to your thoughts on it.
I saw a couple messages in some servers, and I disagree.
Ooh.
He said it was too easy. Yeah, he said it was too easy.
Okay, I mean, if you're just that good, then okay. Yeah, good for you.
I think based on some stuff he said, he would very much like Tropical.
The complaint is it being easy. That game's easier.
Yeah. I mean, he also had other. I'm sure he'll elaborate.
Actually says Nameless Kingdom.
Indeed.
What about Nameless
I was holding on to it, but you'll see.
Wait. Oh, wait a minute.
This was a lightning, beastman of Farum Azula, and a dragon. So also,
that is a Nameless Kingdom.
Something about this game is also right now we are in the night boss. So there's a group of enemies that spawns. You beat them, and then the actual boss that you fight spawns. And the enemies and boss combos are consistent. So every time
Holy crap!
Every time I get a Beastman of Farum Azula and this dragon, the boss that spawns is Nameless King.
Yo! Oh yeah, Nameless King was also a boss I really struggled on. I don't think I beat him first try, but once I got my groove back, I'm like, oh, nah, I got this in like less than 10 tries on my return to this game. Or Dark Souls 3, I mean. I think Nameless King's difficulty is a bit overhyped in my opinion. But it's a good fight. It's also a difficult fight. But I really do think its difficulty is a bit over.
Yeah, it's more. The big thing is just not overextending.
Yeah, it is a big endurance fight. He doesn't do that much damage, and he very easily telegraphs his attack. I always go for the head.
Avatarians.
Oh, I think we got lightning outside.
Returns. I thought it was technology. Temple of Secret 9-1. Apparently, you're really good at platformers, dude.
He also said the bosses were really boring too, I think.
I think.
No, I don't think I should talk to you about that game. It's at times that's how I feel with Zack and Elden Ring. Not really, but it's Zack does not have the same love of Elden Ring that I do.
Hey, look, I appreciate From Software, especially games like Sekiro, Bloodborne, but this game just didn't.
All I'm just going to say is that, yes, I do think Tropical is better, and I do prefer KC2 as I think Bird's phenomenal.
Tropical Freeze is fucking. I still can't stand the fact that Tropical Freeze was pretty much dead on arrival with fans. Like, it should have been Metroid, people. Like, genuinely, like, there was, like, when it was revealed that Retro's Wii U game was Tropical Freeze, there was genuine backlash and people saying, well, this console's dead.
Wow.
Yeah, as someone who always loved Donkey Kong and hadn't really gotten much into Metroid at the time, that was very frustrating.
There's this article that literally said, Retro's, Retro's main, I think it was Retro's main forte to the Wii U is another damn Donkey Kong game.
Yeah, something like that. I'll admit that the way that game was not very good.
Or graceful.
Like, a lot of the aspects of the marketing. Whatever, but, I was really excited. I love Returns and the other Donkey Kong. But,
well, guys, here are the Wending Graces.
How many is that?
That is only 2.
Alright, so that's 3 down. 1 to go.
Admittedly, that incentive probably shouldn't scale that high for a single run, but Right?
Hey, you want to raise the price?
Sure.
Wait, is this
I like
9:30?
It should be till 10. Is
No.
it 10 or is it 9:30? Gotcha. Oh, we did start at 7:30.
What time is it?
It's just before.
8:59.
Okay, so we got like a half hour. And isn't Bomberman an hour?
Yeah.
Bomberman's an hour, Star Fox is an hour and a half.
Yeah, so more from 25 should.
If we go.
This is a
like,
familiar
10
looking
more,
fight.
So 35.
Sure.
There's something familiar about this fight. I don't know what it is. Or this design. Can't put my finger.
Okay, buddy.
I have yet to play the
This is
DK.
bad.
I have yet to play the DKC trilogy. I know what kind of does scare me about it the most is its save system.
I mean, those games, give you eyes for.
And I've played the best version of
NSO?
Donkey Kong Land 2.
Oh, Lord.
It's a different game. Anyways, Avatar Aiden said, "I have never seen the Shape of Night before. Is this one of the later bosses in the game?"
Yes. This is actually the final boss. If you want to, like, turn off the screen.
Wait a minute, is that... That sounded like Garriman's theme.
Oh.
Oh shit, you're alive.
No, I just lose.
That sounds like Garriman's theme.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, again, what was going on with the Estes again? Whenever you were healing?
Oh, that was a passive that I got called the Violent Deluge of Stars while walking. It triggers when you walk. And it just does a bunch of magic damage.
That's Aura.
Yeah. That boss is really cool. I don't know why I died.
Alec.
That's okay.
Percentage.
I mean, it probably would have been easier if you had landing grace.
It would have helped if I
It's on
had
the
an additional two extra lives, but no, it's all good.
I mean, still has to discard one, but it could be even more if you donate.
Just tell me. 47.
I
Wow,
was saying, show me your
That's
Vader.
switch 2 charges. AC adapter charges.
That is unfortunate. I would have swapped off to a different character, but I just, in the interest of time, I just wait for another one. Because we do not have... I figured I would only be able to do 2 runs, and I was faster than I actually anticipated being. So there's a lot more time in between this. There's not enough time for me
don't die.
I'm good. There's not enough time for me to do a full run in the span of the remainder of the event, but I will simply go as far as I can.
Ben, you had a question?
What's just embarrassing?
The things that I just killed were demi-human. Actually, no, they're not. No, yeah, these guys are more like undead guys. I was thinking about the last.
The unkindled, the Kindle.
Yeah, they're malnourished people, pretty much, and that's about it.
Avatar Aiden, have you gotten to the top of Giants map during this event? That map sucks.
Yeah, I have not gotten it during during the event so far, and yes, I'm glad. That is the worst Shifting Earth event by a considerable margin.
And maniacally says, Shifting Earth tier list, please.
Ooh, a Shifting Earth tier list. So there are 4. There is the first one is a crater, which is inspired by Volcano Manor in the base game. It's the volcano.
Ooh, carved sword talisman.
Yes, it's good. So there's a crater. There's the mountaintop, which is inspired by the mountaintops of the giant. It's a snowy mountain. There is the Rotted Woods, which I currently have. And then there is Noclateo, the Shrouded City, which is inspired by some of the underground sections in base Elden Ring. And Noclateo is very clearly the best Shifting Earth event, followed by Rotted Woods. And then the last 2 are kind of up to interpretation, but I think the mountaintop is the worst. So Noclateo, Rotting Earth, or Rotting Woods, Crater, and then Mountaintop. my tier list. Or my ranking, but kind of like it. Shifting Earth events are rather powerful. The one for the Rotting Woods is obviously give the player rally if they don't already have it, which is a really strong power. Mountaintops is very disappointing. It gives you frost resistance, and that's about it. It also makes it so that you deal more damage against enemies that are inflicted with frost, but you might not have a frost weapon, so it might just be useless. That's part of why people don't like it that much.
Sorry, and said, I am sad the Executioner isn't good in this game, but Sekiro made me play him all the time.
Yeah, that's the... I touched on it briefly before, but Executor is the Sekiro character. One who can parry.
The one-armed...
Yeah, and he is good. He is strong, and he is good, but the problem is, his strength only shines in solo, and most people who are playing the game are playing in multiplayer. I don't actually have any statistics for it, but I would guess that the majority of the time people are playing in trios and not solo.
So would you say this game is kind of like Helldivers, to where solo is possible but highly ill-advised, or is it like...
Not to that degree.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in Helldivers, it's like you're going for the ridiculous challenge. In here, solo is super feasible. Solo is really, really feasible, and in fact, I almost certainly would have beaten that the Night Lord the last time if I hadn't kind of just... I was playing like I could afford to die, and I really should not have done that. But
no, that makes sense.
The difficulty in this game is actually... It's the way that difficulty scales between solo and multiplayer is actually kind of amusing. Like, I would argue that when you're playing trios, the Night Lord is the most difficult part of a run. The Night Lord by far is the most difficult part of the run. Whereas in trios, okay, the Night Lord is the most difficult. Whereas in solo, it's the rest of the game that's more difficult. Like, getting to the Night Lord is a lot more challenging, but once you get there, it's a lot easier. And that's mostly due to the fact that you get pretty much like 2 Wending Graces if you want them, with the chance at a third or even more.
Okay, so got a donation from MechWarrior Clan. $175. Says, you folks are doing an awesome job. Keep it up, MechWarrior.
Oh, that sucks. We lost Ben.
I think surely he's just out in the room, or did he actually leave?
Yeah, you want to go and
Yeah, go and grab him. Ben! Ben, we require your presence!
I think he's scared now.
I got grabbed. I was too excited. Oh yes, thank you. Thank you guys for donating.
Figure out how many optional bosses that
it's called I'm gonna be fighting optional bosses for the
rest of the run.
Remainder of the run.
Dad.
Oh,
That's cute.
Yeah, it's like 11 bosses.
That is so wholesome.
Yeah, that's
That's your mom and dad, really?
I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
Or wait, no.
I thought it was
Wait,
like
read it again, Red.
buddies out.
It was donated by MechWarrior Clan.
I figure that's like friends, family.
And then what was the message?
You folks are doing an awesome job. Keep it up, MechWarrior.
What's my... Yeah, no, that... Thanks,
Oh, it's
Mom
nice.
and
Yeah,
Dad.
And
That was you.
they basically just changed the trajectory of the rest of my
Of the run.
my run. Yeah.
Sam!
So I have a good
And that
stat.
also adds 5 more Wending Graces. In addition to the one you still.
Yeah.
So I think by this point you're just not allowed to use them.
No, not at all. And that sucks. I died in the night, and I need to get my money back.
Do you really need?
Yeah, I'm underleveled. Your level determines like all of the underlying stats that you have. Again, if you're familiar with Souls, like every time you level up, you can choose, or every time you get enough souls, you spend it on a level to upgrade one stat. This game has like that progression kind of automated, where it's like you need just a certain amount of runes to level up, and it levels up all of your stats at once.
It's
kind of important.
It's funny that you mentioned that. I haven't actually played any Souls games. Just I have played is original Lords of the Fallen.
Oh my, that is crazy.
Lords of the Fallen.
And I wasn't able to get past the first boss.
Yeah, Lords of the Fallen is a Souls-like. There are actually two. They remade the game. The remake is better, but does not stand up to. Still does not really stand up to other Souls-like.
The only reason I got it was because it was free on Xbox back when they were still.
It's also like it's worth an attempt on, or it's worth a playthrough if you want to try it. Not the original, I don't think. Not over much. The remake, yes, but yeah.
So Aiden says, I remember doing the crater shifting Earth with an upgrade, Rivers of Blood, and level 15, and was one hit away from beating the boss. I was so sad.
Oh, that hurts.
I only played another Crab's Treasure in terms of Souls-like, and I was blown away by that one. He also adds.
Another Crab's Treasure.
I have to play that too.
Yeah, I have it, but I haven't got it. I also have Neo, but
I started Neo but never finished it. I don't think I don't own it anymore. I have Neo 2 because it was free on PlayStation Plus though.
Neo has been something that I've wanted to play for a while and haven't.
I've heard Neo can get a little insane.
I know Neo does a lot of cool stuff. It's also not Souls-like, but I've been meaning to play Ghost of Tsushima for a while.
Dude, that game is so good. I know, Red, you're not the biggest fan of it, but I love that game.
I think it's good. There are certain I don't care for, and I like sucker games.
No, that's super.
Well,
still a good game.
To me, it's aside from the open world, I don't want to say lackluster being maybe a little underwhelming. I think its combat was incredible.
Its
combat was really great. I think it had really good stealth elements, especially in its camp. And I think its music, presentation, and story were quite remarkable, and even blew me away a bit. Oh wow!
My main complaints do just lie in the open world and exploit value. Most of the rest of it, I think, is pretty good.
No, like I would say, Ghost of Tsushima is like a top 10 of all time for me. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, and I heard really damn good things about it. I am very excited for Ghost of Yotoi.
Yeah, I saw that game and was very I've seen the trailers and stuff and feel
a part of me
rather excited for it, even despite the fact that I haven't played the first game.
A part of me feels a little disappointed that we're not sticking to Mongol invasions, but that's fine.
Oh, I completely understand.
The whole backdrop of Ghost of Tsushima was like a big reason why I did really get into it. No, I thought the angle was going to be the opposite.
I'm not sure that's a stance New Day Charity can officially support.
Now hold on, not liking the Mongol Empire, that's a little different.
We don't condone Mongol invasions of feudal countries.
Now hold on, the Great Wall of China exists because of it.
Was that
legendary structure?
What were you
sorry,
saying?
Aiden says I need to play more Ghost of Tsushima. I had it on my shelf for 4 years ever since getting the director's version.
Yeah, I got it on PS5.
Yeah.
I was so excited when it was announced coming to PC. That made me so happy.
I do have it on PS4, but I probably will get it again on PC at some point.
if I got more, I never got into the multiplayer. I think I should. I think maybe if I did, and some of us did, that could be a legitimate event.
I did attempt to play it solo. I didn't have like online PS4, and I didn't play that much of it. But
I heard it's really good.
That could potentially be something we do at some.
I don't know if it's crossplay though.
I mentioned. I think I don't know if I meant it in the first server, but there's another game that I'm kind of tempted to pitch. System Shock remake multiplayer.
It has a multiplayer. You know,
it has co-op.
Oh, I would do that. I am
Ransack.
interested in both of those games. They've been on my wish list on PS5, but I haven't got them.
A friend got an extra code and game gifted.
Nice. Is it crossplay?
I have no idea.
Unfathomable tragedy strikes. I got the best weapon on this character, the death. It would have been really good against the last boss.
Yeah.
And it's also the previous boss.
I'm guessing this Scarlet Rock.
Well, no, it deals percent HP damage. Yeah, it's got the black flame effect that it has. Not black flame. It's got like a destined death, which I mentioned it briefly before with like the Elden Ring talk at the beginning. But when the Elden Ring shattered, it created a bunch of these different runes that governed like different parts of the universe. So there is a rune of death, and these knives were made using it. So it has a projectile that deals percent HP damage, which is kind of good.
Well, I can see that being good.
Yeah, so it's obviously it deals good damage, and it dealt holy damage, and it's unfortunate that I won't be able to fight a boss with it because we won't have time.
Avatar and the Nightreign at crossplay would make playing with friends easy.
I'm shocked it doesn't. I feel like a game like this would right out of the gate.
I think that's unfortunately just a FromSoft thing.
I understand why there are other games wouldn't, because that would be a little bit risky with hacking.
No, but this game, people do hack in this game. It's not terribly frequent, but people like.
Okay, this would be like hacking at Helldivers.
Yeah, they put relic effects on them that are just very strong, right? Like the RNG is upgrading your character using relics, and well, you know, if they can put any buff in the game onto a relic, you can probably see how that's. But yeah, this is definitely a really big missed opportunity for crossplay, and like even with me and my brother, my brother has it on PlayStation, and I have it on PC, so we cannot play together.
He asks, "What Night Lord are you queued for right now?"
Oh, what did you say?
Your brother asked what Night Lord you're queued for.
Oh, I'm queued for Caligo right now. Caligo is a dragon Night Lord. Or she's a dragon, and she is probably my favorite in the game. Definitely cinematic-wise. Not necessarily to fight, but the visuals in her as well.
He responded, yeah.
Yep.
And Aiden says, "How the fuck do you know Elden Ring lore? I watched 5-hour-long videos of it and got headaches from it."
Like
sorry, George R. R. Martin.
Unfortunately fair. Okay, well, there's another big boss nearby, or another two nearby, or optional bosses rather. So we'll see about doing them. But yeah,
keeping track.
So I have done 3 so far. Again, I don't actually think I'm gonna. I'm not even sure there are enough bosses on the. How many do I have to do?
11.
There are not enough bosses that spawn, I think, on the map in order for me to do that. It's a near thing, but not exactly. So also, you can kind of see the strength of this weapon. I can literally sit back at range with this projectile.
You damn zoner! How dare you?
It also decreases their maximum HP. That's what the gray bar at the end of the boss bar is. So it's the Blade of Death, or the Black Knight. Actually, I might be able to all those bosses. I don't know what this is. this random thing appears. And that like little red ring is like, hey, look, there's an event of some kind here.
Oh no.
Normally that doesn't happen. I think this is a ridiculously rare walking mausoleum, which I've literally never seen before in the game. I have like over 200 hours in it, and I've never seen it before. I just know from other people that it's technically, yeah, like look, oh my god, it's there. My brother has never seen it. I've never seen it. The two people I frequently play with have never seen it. So how fitting that I get it here on a run that I'm not going to be able to finish, and with a weapon that I only really want one of.
Definitely are you winning, son.
Yeah.
Are you
He's
winning, son?
He's winning too good.
Yeah, so
This needs to be stopped.
yeah, this big thing right here is a walking mausoleum. These are in base
Oh,
Elden.
yeah!
They are in base Elden Ring, and in this game, if you bring them to the ground by I think they should probably work this Elden Ring, which is by if you
Climb them.
Yeah.
Shadow of the
So you
Colossus.
can in base Elden Ring, you actually have to attack their legs. They have these little like skeletal growths on them, or spiritual growths. And once you attack enough of them, they fall off and the thing sits down. But in this game, because you can mantle, you can climb, and this unlocks the ability to duplicate a weapon. So we're gonna duplicate the black knife. Now I have two.
So, I guess to sum up the walking mausoleums, they're asking if you're turtley enough for the Turtle Club.
Yeah.
It says if you summon the crater event and run Caligo, one of the guaranteed seeds mausoleum.
Oh, that's important to know. I did not know that.
Aiden also says his favorite fight at the moment is Libra.
It is Libra, actually.
my bad.
Well, you're okay. Libra is a goat demon, and he procs madness.
Oh god, these things.
He's really good. Also, yeah, this Blackblade Kindred are very rough. Unfortunately, I'm not sure how well I'll be able to leverage my Black Knight.
Heal.
I do no damage. Yeah, these things resist.
Oh!
Yeah. These things resist, like, affinity damage, like elemental damage types. And that's all that I do right
At the end of a run? Oh, no, not quite.
now. No. During the daytime, when you die, you lose a level. It spawns as runes, but all the money that you're holding and 1 level's worth of runes get placed there. So you go down, that's your penalty, and also it's, waste time. You only actually lose a run if it's during one of the night bosses, or if it's during the Night Lord itself. Which is nice.
I'm glad its HP actually stays.
Yeah, no, this game, you can also, like, I could half fight this guy during the first day, and then come back in the second day, like, entirely, and it'll save the progress that I've done.
So, my question is, what makes the final boss harder in multiplayer?
They're just scaled very high, and also usually the issue is dealing with.
Oh, I thought the boss
aggro.
died for a second.
Yeah, no, that was close. I think I got that dodge, but it might have been a lingering hitbox that got me. These guys are also just really, really tough. I normally would skip it and go to one of the others, but I'm incentivized to not right now.
So, it is 9:22. What do we want to do about proceeding?
I'm just playing until the cutoff. Pretty much.
Are we going to cut off after this guy?
We can. We could cut off a little early to set up the next event, or if that's not necessary, I can just play right up until 9:30. Die, bro.
take that. It's basically the same. Super Kids 2.
Oh, gotcha.
Figured out how to do that. But it is Bomberman 64.
Boomerman 64.
Another game that I've never actually played before, but I love playing it with bots.
Hopefully the other players will provide a challenge to bots.
Welterweight said, I heard play right up until 2. That's legally binding.
If I was allowed to, I would play Elden Ring until 2 a.m. Unfortunately, I might be a little tired, and other people have things to play.
No, we don't.
I mean, if you want to say that, sure.
Cool, would he ask 2 a.m. or 2 p.m.?
I'll go until 2 p.m. tomorrow.
Tommy would go till 2 p.m. tomorrow.
I'll do it. Sign me up for a week of only Elden Ring Nightreign. Admittedly, that might be. You know.
On to day 2. I hate this game.
Avatarian says, Bootman sounds like the Gen Z Mega Man for Game Boss. Or fan Game Boss.
Honestly, fair.
And Avatarian says, I mean, I play Balatro and Bloons Tower Defense 6 for hours on it.
Yeah, Balatro is definitely the biggest game in my recent memory that I've been surprised by. Like, or rather, that I've been surprised by how much I've enjoyed it. Like, I don't actually know how much time I have in that game, but it's way too much.
10,000 hours!
And it's just like, I don't want to stop playing Balatro either.
Sorry, it also says, as long as we aren't counting Train Simulator 2019.
Aren't what?
Aren't counting Train Simulator 2019.
Oh, yeah.
Vibrant Trombone.
Hi,
Balatro
Chaya.
mentioned.
Yes, hey Vibrant, good to see you. Balatro mentioned. I played that earlier in the week. It was quite fun.
Cool, he says, maybe if we start now, we can do a round trip in Desert Bus by 2 p.m. tomorrow.
That really is
hey, it's this guy
a hilarious idea. The desert bus.
Oh wow, that's a lot of damage.
Yeah, this is the power of the Black Knife, and you can also see in comparison to the Black Blade Kindred that I just fought. I said those guys resist affinity damage, which again is all like elemental damage. And spoiler alert, this like the flame that it shoots is fire damage.
Oh really?
Yes, it has an right. It has the damage over time and like the HP scaling component, but it is fire damage. So when you're like 80% resistant to one damage type, you don't do a lot of damage.
That's not a lot of damage.
Vibrant says, hi Tommy, I'm sad to.
No, it's okay. We will have VODs up if in the far future, not so far future, like to take a look at it. But we played a multiplayer mod, which it had me and Eric face off against one.
Welterweight said, I only have a gambling problem.
It's only a problem when you lose. It's fine otherwise.
It's fine when you win, but it's a problem when you lose.
Well, I mean, as long as you can pay the bills and be a functioning member of society, I see nothing wrong with gambling.
Fine paying the bills.
Maniacally said, I follow the 30-20 rule. 30 minutes of work followed by 20 straight hours of Farming Simulator 2020.
The 30-20 rule. Oh, that was really good.
So Tommy, I never got a chance to ask. So what's the healing situation like in this game? Is it just infinite flasks?
Oh, so no. I was stalling.
Do you think I'm stalling?
The way that heals work in this game is obviously you get your heals back whenever you like rest at a bonfire. A bonfire spawns when you kill an enemy or there are a bunch of them that are scattered throughout the world. But the churches, the glowing church icons on the map, if you interact with the altar in them, it gives you another max flask. That's how it's handled in this game. You have to find additional flasks.
So does it work like Dark Souls or like Bloodborne?
Dark Souls.
Okay.
You gain all of your flasks back when you rest at a site of grace. When you rest.
And
at a
how many
bonfire.
do you start with?
You start with 3.
Oh, so typical from
Yes.
something.
And then you gain 1 for defeating the Night 2 boss. And then you can find up to 5 in the world.
Shit.
Something fun about power stance and optimization that you can do with power stancing, particularly.
Oh, I figured that would have done more damage.
You can go up to a boss that's about to be crit like that, and just wail on them with the power stance.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right? It's just you get a little bit of addition.
All right, it is 9:28.
Yeah, we should.
Gotcha. Well, I'm basically just done. Right?
Just die.
I'm basically just done. We'll
Too bad gravity won't work.
I'll sit in the circle. But
I'm sure you fill your boss in when Grace exploded next time you play the game.
Yeah,
It'll hold till next. It'll hold for next year.
Admittedly, we got an absolutely ridiculous amount of donations, and those things should reasonably be capped, like per run. But we got a lot of support during the run that I didn't expect. So thank you to Ben's family in particular, and also Conrad for donating. You guys are real ones. But that was Elden Ring Nightreign. Again, a roguelike. I'm a big fan. As you can probably tell by the discussion, it was non-stop Souls talk. I would have really liked to have beaten another boss, but things happen. It's also a roguelike. You don't win every time. But we will be...
Tommy would win every time.
Yes, yes. Well, on a better day, I would win every time. But that is not today. And thank you guys for tuning in to Elden Ring Nightreign. We will go to intermission shortly, and we're setting up Bomberman, is it? Be back with Bomberman. So, see you guys soon.